That's right, guys. We're doing another Hunger Games
Please
episode.
don't do this.
Welcome back.
God, I got
really excited
bleach
to be
my
doing.
eyebrows again. Hey,
Really excited. We're going back to the Hunger Games. No, we're not. We're not doing that anymore. I remember we're not doing that shit for another year.
God,
That's a yearly thing. Someone was like, "You guys should do one once a month." Motherfucker, that took us a month.
That took us
It was
over a
4
month.
episodes.
it was 4 episodes, and it got like so much planning, so many meetings. You were at my house every day. It was crazy. Once a year is all right, but I feel like maybe we should do a special occasion
Yeah.
thing,
Do you know how much,
like the Hunger Games, but a bit different.
yes. But do you know how much liaising I had to do with influencers? Do you know how hard it is to get an influencer to do something if it's just for like...
It's not for thousands of
if it's not
dollars.
for thousands of dollars.
Yep.
Hey, would you mind sending a video of you talking? No. Or
I talk
actually,
for money.
Every single person we reached out to said, yes, I will send something through.
Except one.
Except one?
I feel like.
No, every person I reached out to replied and said, yep, I'll send something through. But it was like, I think I reached out to 14 of them and we got 8. So 6 of them, and I even like followed up with them and was like, hey, just bumping this because we're recording today. We weren't recording today, but I knew I had to give them a lot of time because they're influencers. And they were like, yeah, of course, sorry, I've been so busy. And they just never did it.
God, is that a frozen Olaf Band-Aid on your finger?
Yep.
Why?
Because I have a severe injury.
What happened?
Like my nails growing into the finger, you know, one of those type deals.
I know.
One of those situations.
That's a situation.
That's a
and half
sticky
right there.
situation, but you know who's there to fix it?
Olaf.
Olaf.
Sicko.
I went and got a drink up the road from where you live.
You did.
Did you know that one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, there's the shop that I bought it from was a liquor store / deli.
Run by freaky little twins.
Yeah. I walked in and
they
both said hello. The twins were there and I think it was their son. But it was weird because I'd never been to like on the right-hand side, normal bottle-o. You go to the left, meat.
Meat and Italian twins.
Yeah, old Italian twins. And all I bought was a can of V. Wow. Which crazy to be like, oh, he's probably going to get a 6-pack and then
some cold cut meats.
Some cold cuts?
No, they're cool as hell though. They're so nice.
Here's your $3. They were really nice.
Yeah.
He seemed he seemed like he wanted me to buy some more stuff though. The interaction was very, thanks so much for coming in, mate.
No. They're always like that. They're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. They very much support your local.
So
fellas.
if you guys ever want to figure out where Eden lives, know that there is a liquor store / deli fusion type store just up the road from her.
I'm not famous enough for people to care where I live. You have to cut that out now.
No, I don't. I control the edit.
Oh, God. If he doesn't do that, that's
guys,
so grim.
Either you've heard Eden's actual address or I've bleeped it out.
If you don't...
Let's get into the podcast.
God.
Let's do...
Come on.
Let's chat. Yeah.
You going to read some fan mail to me?
Absolutely. So we've had a couple things sent in that I just want to address. So we've got 2 questions, right, that I think need to be addressed. And then something that's really given me some gripes.
Gripes? Okay.
What's a gripes?
I don't know. Thought you were making up a new word.
If we were a shitter podcast, we'd spend 20 minutes going on gripe.
What does that mean? And we'd post it as a clip.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are only getting the creme de la creme of clips from us.
Yeah. Someone has just a very innocent question. Thoughts on dating a coworker? Have you had experiences of dating coworkers or sleeping with coworkers? And what are your general thoughts, Eden Jonathan McGovern?
It's not my middle name.
That's your real middle name?
It's not.
I've seen your birth certificate.
Why would you have ever seen that?
I delivered you.
Okay. Lucky's my mum.
I was implying I was the doctor.
Oh.
Why would I be... You fucking idiot.
Mum reveal.
Mum reveal. I am Lee.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done it.
Dated or like hooked up with?
Just hooked up with.
Okay.
It was pretty cool. It was actually...
Did you have to see them at work after that?
I really hope no one I know is listening to this. Yeah. Well, okay, we were teaching and it's a really, really, really stressful show. We were doing High School Musical Junior, teaching kids.
Like primary school kids? Or high school?
Yeah. Oh, a bit of both.
And so
it was a youth
were...
production. It was like 7 to 14 years old.
Okay. And so your jobs?
Directing.
Okay. You were co-directing. Co-directing.
Directing and choreographing, like sort of running it.
Wow.
Teaching it, whatever. did all the music and shit. It was a really stressful day. Our boss,
And you just had to let your hair down, let off some steam.
basically,
Need a bit of relief.
our boss had gone crazy and was fighting with all the parents. It was insane. I mean, like the worst dance mums fight you've ever seen in any of those clips. It was exactly that bad.
Wow.
We were in absolute shock. And we were like, do we need to drink? And so her and I were like, okay, like come stay over, have like, we'll get some drinks and some snacks. Anyway, halfway through the night,
Halfway through the night, you start.
No.
We're soaring.
No.
Flying.
This story is way worse than I
I've got a
anticipated.
strap on underneath my bed. We can try it.
Lachy loves a parody.
That was great.
It was good.
Really good.
I'll give it to you. It was
I got to
good.
pat myself in the back there.
I hope you derail this story and I never have to tell the end because it's wild.
You can leave in whatever you want to leave in.
Or Danelle, you have to turn it off if I can ever talk to you or look you in the eye again. Anyway, halfway through the night, she's like, I'm seeing this guy, blah, 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 blah. Her and I are just friends. She's seeing this guy and I was like, ugh, whatever, because I've had 2 drinks, 3 or 15, and it only takes that many for me to go, ooh. And she was like, yeah, he might come over. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So he does come over and him and I, there's already a vibe of like, what are you doing here?
Oh.
There was already a bit of rivalry going on, but him and I like got along really well, but not in a like we weren't attracted to each other type of way. But it was almost like non-verbally, completely silence. We sort of made an agreement with, I don't mind if you're there. That's exactly what happened.
Did you have a threesome? Mm-hmm. I love that when I first asked this question, dating a coworker or sleeping with them, you said, yeah, sort of. And then you had a threesome with your coworker and her partner.
Yeah. But it was very unanimous. I don't know if she was really concerned with the inner workings of the dynamic, but him and I were like, you can be here. You can hang, I guess.
How was the communication? Because when you guys were having the threesome, were you telling each other to get your head in the game?
No, not at all. We played trivia.
You played. That's how it started.
Not in the middle.
During.
No, not during.
Winston Churchill was born in what British city?
Have you ever dated a coworker?
No, I've definitely hooked up with them, but I have a pretty good rule where I don't try anything until I've quit or they've quit. So it's not technically a coworker. Like,
right.
There's been a couple instances where there's obviously something there, and then I'll see them after one of us has left that job.
Yeah.
Out somewhere, but yeah. But no, not particularly. Do you think it's a good idea for people to be doing it?
Depends what type of job you're in. Like if it's a casual job where people go and leave all the time and, it's sort of transient job. Like when people...
If you're at Boost, fuck all your coworkers.
Yeah, because they're all beautiful. They're all the hottest people I've ever seen in my life. Those headbands do a lot of good for those girls.
Oh, you can get some use out of that headband.
What?
You've never tied someone up before?
With a headband?
With a Boost Juice headband?
That's awesome.
Babe, come over. I got 2 Boost Juice headbands. That's crazy. Like seeing tying someone to a bedpost with Boost Juice headbands.
This episode has started crazy. We had segments prepared.
We do, but this is part of the segment. This is a question that someone had.
I don't think they asked about tying someone up with a Boost Juice headband, but go off, King.
They've been given it now.
Wow.
You know, the last job I got before going full time with social media was Boost Juice.
You worked at a Boost Juice?
No. So I was at this was like a low point for me where I had nothing going on. I had finished uni. I wasn't good at my degree. I wasn't even confident that I could apply for somewhere to get a job.
Yeah.
I had nothing going. I'd just been dumped. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like putting my resume into a bunch of places.
Yeah.
One of them was Boost, and they were the only people to reply. And so I had to go to like a Westfield food court for my job interview. The guy was 20 minutes late because he was having his lunch break. And then he comes over, talks to me, literally asks, like, can you read? I was like, yeah. He's like, you're perfect for the job. And he's like, all right, you'll start on Monday. I'm like, fantastic.
Can you write down the word mango magic?
Yeah. How loud can you yell out Jennifer? Yeah. Because that's one of the co-workers you're going to have to fuck. Jennifer! But I turned up to my first shift and he said to me, I'm so sorry. The other manager was doing a job interview at the same time as me and we hadn't liaised with each other and he gave someone the job before I gave you the job. Therefore, you don't have a job at Boost Juice. I got rejected from Boost Juice.
On your first day.
Before I'd even strapped on the headband.
Did you get to keep it?
Nope.
What the hell?
I never got to step behind the bar. And then COVID became a thing like a week later and then the rest is history.
Cool.
Yeah.
For the best.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess, guys, don't date your coworkers or hook up with them unless you want to have a wild threesome, is what we're getting.
They're like, sounds like we should.
Yeah, it sounds like
That's a great idea.
I'm going to, all of it. I've made a video about this. What profession do you think has the hottest workers? Because for me, it's the traffic controllers.
Yeah, lollipop ladies.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What I want to ask, like, do they intentionally hire attractive people because you'll look at them and you'll look at the stop sign and go, oh, I'm probably going to stop or slow down here.
Yeah. Oh, you want to stop and slow down? Have a little look.
Yeah, they turn it back to the slow sign. I'm like, no.
No.
I'll wait till you guys finish this construction. I'll wait till you finish building the house.
No, I'm turning the car off.
Yeah.
I'm twirling my hair looking out the window.
I've thrown my keys down the drain. There's no, unless you call a tow truck, which is going at 2 hours, you're not moving my car.
Yeah.
And they've all got the pink high vis on.
Oh, yeah, they love that.
And also pants that are like 3 times too small.
Yeah.
Real skin tight high vis.
Yeah. It's a part of the job, I believe.
It's a part of the job. The other question we had from the fan mail, I think we covered that fairly well.
Yeah, I think so.
The other
I think
question-
they got more than what they asked for.
Yeah, well, this one's a much more wholesome question, but knowing us, it'll probably come back to, I also had a threesome, somehow related. If you guys were Disney princesses, who would you be?
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
That's lovely. I don't trust us with that question,
Yep.
but it's lovely. Disney princesses.
Let's can we keep this? Nah, we're not going to. Let's. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Do you know? We'll both pick one for the other person.
Yeah. I think that's
and then
better.
we'll say which one we also think we are deep down.
Okay.
I'm going to look them up now, just so we have.
Look them up. So we've got someone to look at. Also, I clicked on something and a pop-up ad literally came up that said, "Am I autistic?" quiz. So there you go.
Oh, speaking of, we might as well plug this in now. We are going to be implementing a new segment.
Yes.
Where it's basically a competition between me and Edan in various things. But it's not, we might do a 100-meter race. We might have a beer sculling competition. One of the ones we want to do is we want to go to a doctor and get our bloods taken and see who's healthier. So if you guys have ideas of, it can be sporting related, drinking related, anything like, or it can be really stupid, like go get an ADHD test, see whose is higher. I think we already know who's going to win that one.
Yes.
But I'm looking at the Disney princesses now. Boy,
in the more recent years, we have got a lot of cultural diversity, and that strikes me as
it's annoying, isn't it?
I don't know, but I don't think we're allowed to, I think it's wrong if we're like, I'm Moana, girl. No, you're not.
Well, I speak Chinese, so I'd say I'm Mulan pretty easily.
Okay, if we're gonna go personality-wise,
I
would say I'm Mulan because I'm dressed like a boy a lot of the fucking time.
Okay. Wow. I want to give you like Snow White.
Why?
Big sleeper.
Because I surround myself with short kings.
Well, big sleeper that, but also like all your friends are like if that's her group of friends, like I look at your friends, I can point out who is the grumpy, who's the sneezy, who's the dopey. So I'd say you're a Snow White.
Okay. All right.
Whereas I see myself as probably an Ariel.
Why?
Like water sports.
I don't think she likes water sports. She famously wants to get out.
Yeah, well, I want to get out of the water eventually.
Up where they walk. I'm not singing for free. No free feet, no free voice. I think maybe you would be. Do you guys like that? I don't know. No, none of them.
None of them? Okay.
No. Maybe.
Awesome.
Nah, like I'm looking. Maybe it is. Maybe it's Ariel. I don't know.
All right. Dumb question, by the way. Thanks for throwing that one in, you fucking idiot.
I personally love that question.
There was no way for Edan to turn this into a threesome story, so what's the point in asking? Disgusting.
Exactly.
Anyway, there is one more thing I want to cover from the fan mail. Thank you for sending stuff in. Feel free to send stuff in whenever you want. We love it. Didn't love this. I have
please.
I have 4 messages here.
Oh yeah, ostracise the listeners.
I have 4 No, because the listeners are ostracizing Lachy. Let me read you these 4.
They're ostracizing.
They're emuing me. I'm just going to read these out, and you tell me what the fucking common theme with all these responses is. I don't know why I always think Lachy is like 28. Meanwhile, Edan is serving looks, all while not looking a day over 19.
That is not true.
That's the first one. Pretty sure
the lesbians are on.
Pretty sure I saw Lachy in Bali, or it was just another basic Aussie man with a stash. Next one. Edan would have never gotten dengue fever, but it's okay, Lachy. We forgive you for being the weakest link. Here's the last one. I don't know what this means. Edan is so Chappelle Rowan core. Gay pop girlies rise. Lachy, you look like Pink. That's a good thing, by the way. Absolutely love the pod. You should have a live event in Brisbane.
You look like Pink.
Yeah. What? There's a common theme with our list. I think they've seen me bully you. Do you know what's crazy? I was thinking about it. The fake fan mail that I would write for you is the real fan mail that I get.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for calling me.
Oh, Chapel Rowan. Oh yeah.
What's Chapel Rowan?
If you guys are listening, my best friend King the drag queen opened for Chapel Rowan. She's a musician, an artist. My best friend King the drag queen opened for Chapel Rowan as one of the drag queens.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
But just to summarize what's happened here, someone's called me old. Said I look old.
Hi, old.
Saying I look like another basic Aussie man with a stash.
Well, yes.
Also called me the weakest link and then told me I look like Pink. Whereas you got serving looks, doesn't look a day over 19. Edan would have never got dengue fever. And saying that you're Chapel Rowan core gay pop girlies rise. God, I think that would give my dad a stroke if he tried to read that.
Can I tell you one thing?
You can tell me as many things you like.
I'm leaving it to the. Actually, no. Let's do the dad's bit now.
You want to do the dad's bit now?
Let's do the dad's bit now,
guys. Welcome to the second installment of Top 3. This week's topic is noises / quotes / sounds that dads make. It's not to say what are the best ones. What's the most dad like? It's purely top 3 dad noises. Mm-hmm. Would you like to begin us off with a dad noise?
I want to begin by saying these days my dad's not saying much.
Yep. I did think of that when I sent. No, I did.
Did you think about it?
I did think of that when I first sent you this. Mm-hmm. For context, Edan's dad lives overseas, so he has to get like an eSIM.
If overseas was dead.
If overseas, like in a Viking sense, like the way they bury their family, they put him on a boat and then they just sink.
Burn him. Well, we burned him up and I put him in the water. But what happened is a big gust.
He's an ashy boy, is he?
Oh yeah. He came in a big plastic tub and we had to saw it open on the side of the beach. Yeah, I didn't get an urn because we're about to toss him away.
They gave
Fuck
him
do I want an urn for?
A tub?
Yeah, it's like a plastic container.
Like a Chinese takeaway box?
No, it's like solid, but we had to saw it open. I don't know why.
What shape was this?
Like a cylinder, I guess.
Like a can?
Yeah, it looked like exactly. It sort of looked like a plastic version of one of the Scream jars from Monsters Inc. And we had to saw it open. Had to get some help, and then I was trying to tip it into the ocean down at North Bondi because that's where we used to live together. Mm-hmm. And a big gust of wind came, and he went in my mouth. I swallowed like.
You swallowed your dad.
Don't say it. I also snorted him a little, and then it got all over me. And then he went in the water, and then someone was trying to do laps next to us. And I was like, you don't want to, you're going around, in and around my dad, like get out of there. And then we tried to let a few balloons off. We got the balloons that disintegrate, okay, probably after they've killed the turtle, but we try. Mm-hmm. And some lady goes up to us and goes, "You're killing the environment, you murderers." And I was like, my dad fucking died. Can we just give me a second here?
You're talking about people that could potentially die. We've got one who is done dead.
I would kill 10 turtles for the old mate to be back. So can you shut the fuck up, lady? Anyway.
That's a lot of turtles.
Okay. Well, I would.
All you need is 10 straws.
I almost killed a turtle once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, accidentally. Because
would you use a plastic straw, you bloody liberal?
No, I was at this party with this very, very creepy guy, and he was like, it was like hitting on me, and I was like, go away from me. But then he said, "Do you want to see my sister's turtles?" And I went,
"Of course you do."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
You're so hot.
was like, I'll put up with you.
Yeah.
I'll put up with you. And I didn't think he'd go this far, but I was holding one of the turtles in her room, in his little sister's room, and he did try and, put his arms around my hips, and it scared me. Not because I was threatened, but I was like, oh God. And I dropped the turtle, and he was like, if you kill one of my sister's fucking turtles. I was like, well, you stopped grabbing my ass then.
Yeah.
Deal?
That's a good trade. I think that's the only time that trade has ever been made in the history of mankind. I won't kill your turtle if you don't grab me around the waist.
David Attenborough's not making that deal.
Yeah, no.
No, just me.
Ain't nobody rejecting David Attenborough around the hips.
So even though my dad is dead, I do have
if anyone didn't realise, Edan's father has passed away.
Yes.
Otherwise people have been like, why was he
in a jar?
Why was he swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, a little Jack in the box, dad in the box.
Dad in the box.
But I do have a stepdad I've known since I was 7 years old. He's amazing. He's beautiful. He's not like a stereotypical dad though. I feel like your dad is very dad.
My dad's a dad.
Your dad
When you
videos get so much traction because your dad is such a quintessential dad.
If you bought a dad from Woolworths, it's my dad. Yeah.
It's your dad. My stepdad is, he's quite old. He's lovely. He's a very gentle creature. And he's just always been like a lovely part of my life. But the thing we were talking about with, your dad would have a like conniption trying to say that.
Slay girly pop. Yep.
One time, my stepdad so inquisitively was like, hey, Edie, what's the difference between a trans person and a drag queen? And I was like, thank you for being inquisitive. And my mum just pipes up, oh, shut up, Alan, you wouldn't get it. I was like, he might.
That's crazy.
I can explain. It's nice that he's asking. It's cool that he doesn't know and he wants to understand. My mum's just like, oh, don't worry. He wouldn't understand. He did.
That's a weird thing because I feel like your mum's always very supportive of that. But she's like, don't even fucking bother.
Well, I've told you the story about, maybe I have. I've probably definitely told it on this podcast. But my mum, my friend Jay, who's a trans man, had recently got top surgery.
Yes.
And she walked up to him, smacked him on the chest and said, look at you, flat as a pancake.
Jesus.
She's an ally.
Anyway, top 3 dad noises.
What are yours?
My first one. Violent, unnecessarily loud sneezing is my first dad noise.
I got a one like that too.
It's a quintessential dad noise.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And it's so unnecessary. Like, at what age do you go, oh, I'm going to be fucking annoying when I sneeze?
Yours has already come, by the way.
Oh, yeah, mine's really bad.
Can you do an impression of yours? It's like that.
Yeah, I like to, because I kind of know when a sneeze is coming, so I like to start screaming before it's
You do?
So I'll scream and then the sneeze will catch onto the scream.
Yeah.
It sounds very funny.
Well, this is what my brother-in-law does around the house. He'll be like, you'll just hear the biggest yell you've ever heard. It's like, and that's him yawning. When we had a Japanese exchange student named Yui a couple of years ago, she came back to Australia recently and she was like, I was so scared of Rafi when I was here because I thought he was yelling at the family.
That's so funny.
No, he's just tired.
He's a little bit sleepy.
Yeah, he's just tired. But it was like, it's literally from upstairs, you'll just hear like a couple times a day. It's crazy. Why are fathers so loud?
What's your dad noise?
That was one of them, a big yawn.
Oh, big yawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad does have a yawn, like a Chewbacca. That kind of yawn. Mm-hmm. So we got sneezes and yawns. So far, no actual words. I've got the sound of a dad getting up.
That's good.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And they all have it.
Yeah.
Is it an exhale or an inhale? It's both at the same time. It's an exhale.
Yeah, I don't know. So I didn't really have anything to pull from except for the big yawn, but that's not even my dad, it's my brother-in-law. And my stepdad, I don't know, he doesn't really make any noises. He says weird little things.
Yeah, well, give me a thing that he says.
Well, it's really only him and my mum that live in the house together, but he'll go, now, who's moved my cup of tea? Who's done that? And my mum will be like, well, it's not fucking ghosts. It's either you or me, brother. Like that. But he doesn't. He's so normal. He's so nice. I feel like I should have based this on things I think your dad would do or say.
Well, I've got one. I think it's a universal one. This is what every dad says whenever they hear how old someone was when they died. It's good innings.
Oh.
It's good innings.
Wow.
How old was she? 94, good innings. No matter how old you are when you die,
7?
some Australian dad will be like, good innings, though. Bloody good innings. Because the only way men can express emotions,
Sport.
even like sport. No, good innings. Good innings. I love saying it.
How many people died in that accident? Good innings.
Good innings, yeah.
Yeah.
My son's bisexual, so it means he likes 2 of the genders. Good innings. Good innings.
And you go, you know, there's more than one gender. More than 2.
How many are there?
There's a lot. There's endless. Good innings.
Scott Morrison's got to do something about that innings. Bowl them out. Anyway, did you have another one? Because I've got one more that I liked. I've started doing this one. Anytime you get anywhere where there's a line, well, you got here at the right time.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It means a dad can never be happy because if you get there and there's no one there, silence. But if you get there and there's a giant line, he'll acknowledge how shit it is there is to have a line. Mm-hmm. Yeah, top 3 dad noises.
That's good.
That's some great noises.
I want to do a fuck, marry, kill.
You want to do a fuck, marry, kill? Edan has organised the fuck, marry, kill, so I'll let you introduce this.
Now, you're really good at making these. So what I thought I would do is go on a random celebrity generator.
Okay.
This one is hilarious. This generator is so good because it gives you celebrities from all time. I'm talking recent and I'm talking historical. So the ones I have here, I cannot wait to put this forward to you. Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
I didn't know he was a real person.
I didn't think he was a real person either. All right. I'll take it.
Robin Hood, 50 Cent, Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Not as easy as you'd think.
Well, I would think that Robin Hood, being from the time he was from, disease, riddled with the plague, bubonic plague. There was no protection back then, so I'm not even risking that. So I'm killing Robin Hood.
Oh.
Yeah. I genuinely don't think I could put up with Lady Gaga on a day-to-day basis.
Not Stephanie Germanotta. She's a wonderful woman.
I'm sure she is. I just don't. I already think, you know how people I think I'd be friends with celebrities. Most of the time I'm like, I don't think I'd get along with them.
You're a picky man. It's true.
But I think 50, he's been very loyal to all his friends throughout the years. And so I'd probably marry 50 Cent and I'd fuck Lady Gaga.
Do you know 50 Cent has a house that is basically worth nothing because it's too big? It's too big and it's terrible. You'd have to buy the whole thing and renovate the whole thing for it to actually be worth it because it has something like 100 bedrooms.
Well, that's.
So actually it's a bad investment. You should not marry him because he doesn't have a house to sell. Unless you're really with him because you love him.
No, I love him.
You said that with more conviction than you ever have.
Yeah, no.
Talking about Carly. Talking about...
No, I love 50 Cent. With all my heart.
You looked direct, with the most serious face I've ever seen you do. Mm-hmm. No, I love him.
No, I love him. I do. Speaking of love,
that got me so good.
Have you seen the portal that they set up in New York that is connected to Dublin?
What?
Have you not seen this? It's fucking everywhere. So there was an artist who set up an installation where it's this giant, it's a big circle, and in the middle it's a big TV, and it's live. So they've got one in New York in Times Square, and then one in a busy part of Dublin.
Right. So they set up a fucking TV screen because when you said portal,
no, it's because of live stream. So if you're standing there, you're looking at someone who's in Dublin. In that very moment, you can wave to them; they'll wave back.
Oh, that's cool.
Really cool. They've had some issues with it. The people from Dublin, holding up pictures of 9/11 right at the camera. So all these New Yorkers who are standing in Times Square, just seeing this, and then. Recently, what's happened? They've had to shut it down for a couple of days because New York City portal shut down after OnlyFans model flashes Dublin.
What an ad!
The usually inspiring cultural exchange took an unexpected turn when an OnlyFans model, known online as Ava Louise, decided to perform an impromptu flash during a live session. Mind you, it's not at all an impromptu flash. She's thought this is going to be great for the OnlyFans because...
Oh, yeah, she's holding the ad.
I'll show you the video. This is her, walks up to it, flashes it, and it's about 15 seconds of her standing there bouncing her breasts and flashing random people in New York, in Dublin to promote her OnlyFans, which I think is like, there's kids standing there. First of all, you freak.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking promote your OnlyFans, but it's weird.
Promote it for adults where it belongs.
Yeah.
That's true. When you put it like that, that's
it's
true.
like going into like, oh yeah, but it's an art. It's this weird art installation. It's like, I don't go into the fucking Mirror House at Luna Park and like helicopter my dick around because there's probably kids. Oh, there's this weird screen you can put yourself on. I don't.
At least when there's like, I have a friend that did a burlesque number in an art gallery. She does get pretty much like half naked.
Yeah.
And there were kids there, but it's not. It's not a like, you know, whips and chains type burlesque number.
Yeah.
She's in like a Greek toga. It's pretty like, it's very beautiful. So there was kids there, but it was sort of like, they can probably see it and like nudity be normalized. Obviously if their parents have permission and have meant to take them there, but also, you know, it's a different type of nudity than an OnlyFans girl bouncing around with their tits out.
I mean, that's the thing now. Like a lot of OnlyFans performers will do outlandish public things to get their face out there. Like that was like there's been like the people who did I can't remember. There was something where like people went to spring break and they were like, we'll sleep with any of you. You just have to sign this contract. Yeah. There was some OnlyFans girls who their way of promoting it was, we'll sleep with anybody. Just show us that you're over 18 and that you're this, and then they just film it. And I was like, there's a lot of virgins who are going on spring break who are like, I'll do it. And then they have it filmed. They're like, oh, I actually don't. But they do some wild shit to promote their OnlyFans.
Wow.
But they said city officials acted swiftly, shutting down the portal within 5 minutes of the incident. The Department of Cultural Affairs released a statement condemning the act as inappropriate and against the spirit of the portal's mission to foster positive, meaningful connections between cities.
Yeah, I agree. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah. But the funny thing was, so a lot of the stories we find are on, like I'll go through Reddit and there'll be like pages and pages of different news websites.
Yeah.
And so when I was reading this one, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder what website, what respected news outlet this is. And then I looked at the title of this page and it's called Niche Porn Sites.
And you weren't on that before? You were just, that.
No, I'm on general porn sites usually. I'm a big mainstream porn guy. I'm like
a top 40 porn guy.
I like the Taylor Swift of porn. I want it to be as mainstream and top 40 as possible. I don't want to hear any of your underground porn.
None of this alt indie shit.
I don't want to see any of this left wing agenda in porn where we have to be inclusive of everyone. Just give me two red-blooded Americans smashing pasties and get it over with. Anyway, so yeah, the portal got shut down.
Oh, I missed when we didn't know each other.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Wow. Okay, because I started the episode with a story about a threesome. Okay, did I open the portal?
You opened the portal to some smut.
Smart portal.
Smart portal.
They should make a separate smart portal. An adults only portal.
You have to go into like an adults sex store.
Yeah, and there's a portal to Dublin, but to a sex place in Dublin.
Isn't that just what chat roulette is?
Yep.
Chat roulette is just, or Omegle, that's just sex portal.
We didn't at all.
Someone's already thought of that.
Yeah.
Someone has already thought of that.
Wow.
Speaking of a smut portal, we got some drag names.
Yes, we do.
How did you feel about drag names this week?
Forced at gunpoint.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, man.
No, this was easier. It was easier.
Easier, yes.
I only have two, but because I think I put my whole back into these.
Yeah, I've got 4, and all of them I'm like, so you're gonna have to pull some weight on these ones.
Okay, we've probably got right.
My first one, it's a group.
Okay,
it's a group of drag queens, friends with benefits.
I just like friends.
No, I'm doing friends with benefits.
With
so
benefits,
you got
pretty good.
And I don't know what I like. Joey, Chandler, Ross. Do I make them the drag queens? Because famously Chandler's dad is a drag queen, or is he trans? In the show, I'm pretty sure.
Remember.
There's a whole storyline. I don't know if he's either trans or if he's a drag queen. But either way, that's the
What are you,
seeds
my
already planted.
stepdad?
What?
Lachy doesn't know the difference. I have one I'm 100.
He wouldn't get it.
I'm 100% sure this has already been used. I'm
Okay.
100% sure. But Laura Norder.
I think you've done that on a previous episode before.
I think I did it back when I was making TikToks about drag names.
I think you did that on our first.
No,
or
I did
second
Law of
time.
Attraction
That's right. You did Law of Attraction
and Law of Assumption.
That's good. I have got British Spy Austin Powerbottom.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's awesome. See, that's good.
It's easy. You just come out as like bedazzled Austin Powers, which is basically just 80s Elton John.
Yeah.
Then with like a giant BBL.
This is prehistoric Sex and the City. Sarah Jurassica Parker.
I love that it's just a mix of a movie and an actress who have nothing to do with each other.
Is it not the best one so far?
So what,
Sarah Jurassica Parker is so good.
What is the outfit? Is she a dinosaur from the neck down?
Yeah. No.
Or she just got giant claws? What are we talking?
No, I think it's a velociraptor in like cunty little heels.
Okay, so it's like a full dinosaur and then it's dressed up.
Yeah. She's wearing some designer thing.
Nice. This one's for my Swifties. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Great.
Solid. Gets the job done. And the last one, I want him in his full Forrest Gump get up, and we call him Tom Hanky Panky.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think one of my friends made another one, which was, I think it was Eric Crash Investigations, or you could do Erica.
Erica
Rash
yeah.
Rash Investigations.
Rash Investigations.
Good. Erica Rash Investigations.
Rash Investigations is what you had to do after sleeping with your coworker and her boyfriend. Zinger. Got her.
Yeah, well.
There we go.
Practice safe sex. Everyone.
Practice safe sex. We should do that as one of the competitions. We both have to go get an STD check. Guys, I won. I had the highest score.
That's what I was saying to Bryce. And I was like, Lachy and I, we're going to go get bloods. And he was like, it's going to be sad if one of you has like AIDS.
Yeah.
It's going to really put a dampener on
So Edan wins this week because
she has not long to live.
So guys, the next two episodes are going to have to be pre-recorded because we're going to have to put Edan in a can soon.
That's not what happens to... Okay.
That's what happened with your dad.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
dead. I thought you meant
callback.
like AIDS victims have to be put into like sometime. I was like, it's not polio, Lachy.
No, we do. We'll gather them all up. We'll put them inside a Heinz bean can. Put them in the pantry.
We have only gays that listen to this podcast, please.
God, we should do a poll. I actually really want to do that. I want to do that at a live show. Be like, hands up who likes the opposite gender, hands up who likes the same gender, and just see what the Venn diagram is. I'd love to put it on the story, being like, hey, you're following us. Are you
gay?
Are you gay? Straight?
Can we say
bi?
One of my friends, John Glover, has a... oh, wait, no. His is about redhead. Disregard that. We should say, are you gay or normal?
That's awful. That's disgusting, Edan.
You just made
That's really awful, Edan.
Yeah, unlike the...
How dare you? As an ally, let me just say there's no room for jokes like that, even though they're really funny.
Thank you.
But
Let's get out of here. I'm done.
You want to... Maybe we go for 38 minutes.
Yeah. That's what they want.
Do you have a little story at all?
Oh, I did. And it's real quick. So we'll end on that.
We'll do that.
So do you remember one of our first
No.
episodes? Shut the hell up.
Okay.
One of our first episodes, we talked about the emotional support alligator.
Yes.
Back when we were filming on that couch. So he was denied access to a baseball game.
Yes, of
that
course.
was hilarious because the owner was like, well, he comes everywhere with me. Mm-hmm. He's missing.
I heard.
You heard?
I heard about this, yeah.
You looked it up?
No, it just came across my my desk.
Well, I don't know where he
I
is.
was faxed that information.
His owner is crazy. This is a quote directly from his owner. He sleeps with me, steals my pillows, steals my blankets. He's just awesome. How close do you guys sleep?
Yeah.
Wally is often shown letting others pet and hold him. He doesn't show anger. He doesn't show aggression. He hasn't since the day he was caught. We could never understand why. They've raised...
They've gentrified an alligator.
Yep.
What they've done.
Yep. They domesticated that poor young man.
Hasn't murdered one person. What a loser.
Yeah. Not at all. They've made $10,000 in a GoFundMe to bring him home.
What are they spending that money on?
I don't know. Looking for him or something?
Like what Who are you paying someone to be like, find him? Here's $10,000.
A PI.
How the fuck is a PI going to find an alligator?
I don't know. Looking around, little footprints,
The fact that I mean, maybe he was just sick of having the covers always taken when he's snuggling up to this guy.
He's like, I'm moving out, Dad.
I'm moving out.
I'm old enough.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. Yeah. Me and my dad, I was like, hey, keep stealing the blankets every night. Time for me to go.
I can't believe he has an alligator in his bed.
That is weird. Do you want to hear a creepy story?
Oh, yeah.
So one of my sister's high school teachers told her about this, where she used to have snakes as pets, like the little snakes, whatever. She used to have one big like python, and it was quite big. It was probably 2 meters long. So
wow, huge.
Yeah, really big. And she said it used to sometimes go on the bed with her because she'd raised it from from the egg.
Yeah.
And she noticed after a while this snake was straightening itself out next to her, like for a couple of days. And then she went to a vet being like, hey, it's not curling up when it sleeps, it's straight. They go, yeah, that means it's sizing up to check that it can eat you.
Wow.
Horrifying. Can you imagine coming home knowing that you're going back to a thing that has been planning
to kill you,
to eat you?
Something you've loved for years, probably.
Yeah.
That is so scary.
Mm-hmm.
I had a snake disappear once.
That's not good.
Yeah, a little diamond python named Chucky. Miss him.
So it was like an actual pet?
Yeah.
Wow. I should have guessed that you had a snake as a pet at some stage.
It's on brand.
No, but that is what I do. When I go to Subway, I lie down next to on the ingredients bar just to see how much I can really chow down.
Just when I think I'm over the pod, let's stop recording. You get me back, 'cause that's real good, man. Yeah. You got to do that in stand up. That's a bit. That's a bit and a half.
My stand up, I can never tell if something's going to be funny or not.
That's really funny.
So hard.
We'll work that into a bit.
All right.
That's funny as hell.
All right, guys. Make sure if you're with your snakes, you don't get sized up by them. They try to eat you. Definitely fuck all your co-workers because you might get some threesomes out of it. Hey, devil's triangle, am I right? Mm-hmm. Anything else? I think.
No.
Was there any fan mail questions that we had to throw out there? Just top threes. If you got some top threes that you want to do.
Or competitions.
Or competitions. If there's something that you want to see me and Eden compete at, and we'll fuck it. I mean, I know at some stage we're both gonna do a drag queen competition. Like at some stage, some club is gonna be like,
should we do that as a part of a live show?
Yep, maybe.
Like, we'll organize an event one day.
Yep.
Well, we have a meeting with some people.
We are in the process of doing a live show. We have found a venue. It's now a case of booking in the date, organizing stuff. So those details will hopefully be out soon. It will be in Sydney because if you haven't realized yet, we are based in Sydney. But if we find that there is demand for tickets in other places like Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, Perth, wherever, we'll try to do that as well. But yeah,
hell yeah,
we're figuring that out. But in the meantime,
miss you, love you all.
Yeah, miss you, love you. Bye.
Bye.